Reviewer. You review it, I review you. And this is my partner, Mr. It. Well, it's the new year, and we're going to start things off with a bang by taking a look at a critic that a lot of people have wanted us to look at for a long time. The Angry Video Game Nerd. Specifically, his look at the Back to the Future video game.
This game is horrible.
Well, review's over. I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you.
This game is so bad, I really don't want to play it. But Darth Vader came from the planet Vulcan and said that he'll melt my brains if I don't, so I don't have a choice.
I understood that reference. The first thing I really admire is how well it followed the movie. And you gotta love that music.
The sarcasm's strong with this one.
Great Scott! Sounds just like the movie, right?
No!
And that's it. It just loops over and over again. And you're not gonna believe it, but that's all you hear the entire game. I don't believe it!
Wow! The Angry Video Game Nerd really liked using video clips in his early days.
Yep, from the title screen all the way to the end, the same fucking music. No! I'd rather have a fucking buffalo take a diarrhea dump in my ear than subject them to this horrendous garbage.
Hey, there's the disgustingness I know and barely tolerate.
So you're walking through Hill Valley and every single thing you can imagine is out to kill you.
Holy shit!
Bullies, hula hoop girls, killer bees.
Bees, my god.
Ah, the skateboard. Now that makes a lot more sense, but it's the most annoying thing in the game.
Oh, there's a lot more annoyances in this game, you can be sure of that.
And what the fuck is Marty doing when he gets killed? It looks like he's having some kind of seizure. I mean, I guess I'd have a seizure too if there were bees and hula hoop girls and all this weird shit coming at me.
Yeah, because that's how seizures work.
I never got too far in this game, but after the walking stages are over, you go to the cafe, which by this time is a breath of fresh air to see something different and get a break from that horrible music. So you move up and down behind this counter throwing milkshakes at people, and if any of them touch the counter, you're done for. You'd think it would be easy to hit them, but it's not. Common sense would say if you stand in front of someone and throw something, it would hit them.
Maybe Marty's aim sucks ass.
You know what's the worst thing about this game? Is that it bears the name Back to the Future, a movie well worth putting more time and effort into making a decent game. And the movie came out in '85, the game, '89. There's no excuse. No fucking excuse. Just suddenly orders are passed. Quick, make a shitty game, name it after a big movie, and then just spit it into all the stores for all the kids to buy for $50.
$50?! That sounds like a lot by today's standards!
I'll never play it again either. It's my last time.
Ha! 5 years later! Yeah, almost 90 episodes later, the Angry Video Game Nerd decided he wanted to take another crack at the Back to the Future video games. He also takes a look at Top Gun, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but we're here to talk about Back to the Future, so...
It's time to go back to the past, to go back to Back to the Future. I revisited this miserable shit turd from my childhood, and now it's time to revisit my revisiting of it. I wasn't satisfied with my incomplete review of it and my lack of attention to the sequels.
You and most of your fans, buddy.
I guess you could say I was a slacker.
Even the shirt I was wearing was all wrinkled. I don't know what the hell happened to it, but even worse, I just threw it on and didn't even take time to button it.
Oh, come on, you don't have to be that harsh on yourself. Me.
One thing I didn't elaborate on before is how Marty has some serious problem with his legs where he can't stop walking.
Well, he is kind of on a time crunch here.
But wouldn't you like to know what the rest of the game is like?
Not particularly, but for the sake of fair criticism, we should find out anyway.
The rest of the street stages are all the same, except they change the color. No effort. Time is money. Don't design another stage. Just change the color, and kids will think it's different. Do they think we're idiots? Then we come to an empty classroom where Lorraine, I guess, is shooting hearts at Marty. What is he, the teacher all of a sudden? And what's he catching hearts for? I suppose it's like in the movie where Lorraine has a crush on Marty, but that's his mom, so he's trying not to let that happen. Why isn't he avoiding the hearts then? Oh, I see. I guess he's catching them in a book or something?
Well, yeah, but it's still stupid, and just as unforgiving as the cafe stage.
Once again, like the cafe stage, you have to score at least 50 points.
50!
It's the Enchantment Under the Sea dance where Marty plays guitar. What do? You have to catch musical notes. What more did you expect?
This game? A lot less, to be honest.
And what about the music? Wouldn't this have been an opportune time to hear Earth Angel or Johnny Be Good? Okay, wait a minute. It is Johnny Be Good. On crack. If they can make the DuckTales theme sound awesome in 8-bit, why not this?
Actually, yeah, just slow it down a bit and it would have sounded just fine.
At least you get some different music for once.
It just makes me wonder why we couldn't have had more music from the movie, but whatever.
Next, more walking. And finally, the DeLorean. Yes, the DeLorean makes an appearance after all.
In a Back to the Future product? Surely you jest!
This is supposed to be the scene where Marty's trying to get back to the future. The streets of Hill Valley are getting slammed with repeated lightning strikes. All you have to do here is dodge the lightning. That's all. Why are you dodging lightning anyway? Isn't Marty trying to get the lightning to hit the DeLorean to generate the 1.21 gigawatts and send them back to 1985? Isn't that the whole fucking idea of the movie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if lightning hit the exterior of the DeLorean, especially before hitting 88 miles per hour, Marty would have been royally hosed.
Now that we've seen the whole game, we can conclude that it has, some relation to the movie. But it doesn't have any of the familiar music cues. And don't tell me it was some kind of licensing issue, like they were able to license the movie, but not the music that belongs with that movie that we all recognize.
Yeah, because that's the most important thing, not the fact that the overall gameplay sucks.
Next came Back to the Future 2 and 3.
Oh yeah, this. Yeah, in the original review, the Angry Video Game Nerd essentially took one look at this and said, oh fuck no, I'm getting the hell out of here.
Game starts, and you see all these dinosaurs, snails, and runaway trash cans. What the hell happened here? It couldn't possibly be any more different from the film.
Well, it is a video game. The developers probably did that just so they can have some interesting diversity in the enemies. It's still fucking stupid, but at least I can understand why they did it.
When I first reviewed this game, I was being a shithead. I never explained how it's played, and that's where things get really interesting. You're supposed to collect 30 items and bring them all back to their rightful places and times.
What is this, Back to the Future or Mario's Time Machine?
After you've found and returned the 30 items, you're only halfway through. You still have part 3 to deal with.
How does this even work in part 3? I mean, the point of most of the movie is the fact that they can't use the DeLorean.
Jeez. I could do something much more productive with my time. I could learn a new foreign language. I could study microbiology. I could train Siberian tigers.
If you could do all that, I sincerely doubt you'd still be making videos on the internet.
At least you can skip to part 3 with a code. On the title screen, hold B and select, then unscramble another word. If you know the code, you probably know the word. Why does everything have to be so cryptic?
But on the other side of the spectrum, unless this is like some sort of passcode feature, why the hell would you want to skip to part 3?
I'm fucking pissed enough, but now I got one more game, Back to the Future 3 on Sega Genesis. Believe it or not, it has the Back to the Future theme, but it sounds like ass.
Sound that bad.
Naturally, the graphics are a big step up, going over to a 16-bit console, and it represents the film far better than the Nintendo games.
You say as we're looking at the ugliest pictures of Doc and Marty I've ever seen in my life.
But there's one fatal flaw: the difficulty. This is a perfect example of a game that starts out way too hard. It's only the first level and I can't beat it.
Yeah, that's just kind of the stigma of Back to the Future games.
Fuck!
That was actually really tame compared to what he usually does.
Oh my god. 3 Back to Future games. And they're all fucking horrible. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's right. Super Back to the Future 2 on the Super Famicom. This game must have been so bad, it didn't even get an international release.
Oh, you are in for a treat.
The sarcasm's strong with this one.
No, I'm actually being serious. This is actually a good game. Beautiful, isn't it?
A good Back to the Future game? Somebody made a good Back to the Future game? And it was only in Japan? What the fuck is wrong with this fucking world? We get these shitty games, but not that one?
Yeah, I theorize that Japan likes to keep a lot of their best games to themselves.
Like, what the hell? Why would you do that? It's good. I mean, it's not great, but it's the best goddamn Back to the Future game I ever played. It's actually a game. Why bury the gem and dig up the turd? Innocent people have suffered through these fucking fuck heaps. People have developed fuckatitis from this shit.
What?
People have developed fuckatitis from this shit.
What?
People have developed fuckatitis from this shit.
What the hell does that even mean?
If you would have went back in time and said to people, hey, there's a good Back to the Future game. Put this shit down and go to Japan. They would have looked at you like you're telling them to go teabag a goat on the surface of Mars.
What the hell happened there? It's like he realized mid-sentence how stupid what he was saying was, but he was too devoted to the bit to actually stop. So that was the Angry Video Game Nerd's look at the classic Back to the Future video games, and much like the movies themselves, I think the second one was a lot better than the first one. In the original review, he barely even touches upon the game, and does even less for the second one. The whole review just screams, I don't want to be here, and not in the way that was probably intended. But on the plus side, the nerd actually realized this mistake, and pretty much went back to correct it. And basically, by making this new video, he pretty much made the original video redundant. Overall, check out the Back to the Future Re-Revisited video, and just leave the old one in the past. I'm the reviewer. You review it, I review you.